Tampa Bay, a special community we love and call home, with a unique blend of people who thrive on lifting each other up.
When you see that happen to another country that doesn't really have the resources in order to be able to build themselves back up like we do, the first thing that we can do is just help in any way possible.
Whether it's sending resources to Jamaica in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa,
We are working hard as we can to provide our little support from the Tampa Bay area.
or packaging meals for millions of Floridians left in limbo during the longest government shutdown in history.
People are asking for help. People want help. People need help, and they're not afraid to ask for help. And what better way than with food and kindness and love and conversation?
The Tampa Bay community stepped up every time this year.
You know, we just want to fill them up with a whole bunch of love and joy.
And it wasn't just through hardships. All year, we saw neighbors helping neighbors, going out of their way to spread kindness.
He's just amazing. He connects with the kids.
And happiness.
Fills me with a sense of purpose. I like using my platform to foster good in the community.
All while making the Tampa Bay area a brighter and better place.
She was thinking about others and trying to make their cancer journey better.
Today, we're showcasing how so many of you, our Tampa Bay 28 community members, are using the power of positivity to uplift others.
You know, what goes around comes around, and we got to help those around us and help the community around us.
This is Positively Tampa Bay. Hello and welcome to our special programming of Tampa Bay 28, Positively Tampa Bay. I'm Andrew Kinsey. Throughout the next half hour, we're going to pause and take a look back at some outstanding people, communities, and organizations that make the Tampa Bay area a better place. Whether it's during a time of need or day-to-day life, we're telling the stories of people who step up to make a difference, all while spreading some happiness and positivity along the way. Just a few months ago, we faced the longest government shutdown in history, lasting for 43 days. During that time, millions of Americans missed benefits and paychecks, and airports across the country dealt with thousands of delayed flights and cancellations. It also impacted approximately 42 million Americans who rely on those SNAP food assistance benefits, with some 3 million of those right here in Florida. Here at Tampa Bay 28, we highlighted how the community stepped up and continues to step up to help those in need, which includes Feeding Tampa Bay. At the beginning of the government shutdown, they put a plan in place to provide help for those whose paychecks were on hold. They held weekly, sometimes daily distribution sites, handing out thousands of meals to those in need. And despite the government shutdown being over, they said that their work, it isn't done. Tampa Bay 28 reporter Michael Paluska talks with the people working behind the scenes to make sure people don't go hungry.
We're here at Feeding Tampa Bay, where we're going behind the scenes to see how they get all this food out to families in need. They do 1.9 million meals per week. That adds up to more than 100 million per year. And there are 1 million people across the Bay Area just struggling to feed their families. And since the shutdown, they've made an additional 60,000 meals.
This is more space than we had in the old facility, just this one bay. And our world temperature's king. This is just the freezer. Underneath here is a radiator system that keeps us at 5 degrees below zero at all times.
Thomas Mance, president and CEO of Feeding Tampa Bay, doesn't like the cold, but he loves the massive freezers, storing food that feeds families across 10 counties.
This is 11,000 square feet, all in.
You ever come in here and cook yourself a steak?
No, I'm not allowed to. Not allowed to at all. I know where the coffee maker is.
But the chefs do cook, curating daily menus from whatever donations come in. Before the Causeway Center opened a year and a half ago, all of this was outsourced. Now these kitchens are vital to feeding millions in our community.
This kitchen was built to help us create better outcomes. So we can produce 10,000 meals a day out of here minimum if we need to. We can move meals for a couple of hours. We have trucks, vans, we can flash freeze. Everything that a normal production kitchen can do, we can do. So we're supplying meals to seniors, to kids for after school, kids for summer meals, all of which are importantly healthy, prepared meals by our culinary team.
From the kitchen to the market, it takes an army of people from the front of the house to the back. People who care, like Rakisha Brown and Dan Seibel. Seibel, a new addition to the team, director of neighbor food programs.
I really wanted to give back to the community here in Tampa and found the work that Feeding Tampa Bay was already doing was incredible and just wanted to be a part of that movement.
Brown is a veteran on the front lines, helping people who come into neighbor services connect with resources, whether it's food, job training, legal aid, help with housing, health care, and more.
You know, we just want to fill them up with a whole bunch of love and joy, and also to make sure that they're being successful in their life.
Are you seeing more and more people, new faces coming in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're very hesitant. Again, you know, a lot of them, this is their very first time. So pride does get in your way because they don't know how to ask. And once, you know, you start having a conversation with them, you give them a big old smile and let them know it's going to be okay.
It just ought not be this way. People ought to be able to have food on their table and the resources that they need. We're the richest country in the world. We have more resources than any country in the world, yet we have people on Friday night, we had 1,100 cars wrapped around our building and backed up down Causeway Boulevard for miles.
Following the government shutdown, inflation, tariffs, even people with full-time jobs are struggling.
Yeah, one of the stories that I've been sharing recently because it just left such an impression on me is we have pantries inside about 90 different schools across Tampa Bay. We built them inside the school so mom or dad could come pick up the child, shop for some groceries, and head home. A terrific way to feed the child and feed the family. We toured one of those not that long ago. Half of the folks using the pantry at the school are teachers. And I can't help but wonder, is that okay to all of us?
In Tampa with photojournalist Reed Moeller, Michael Paluska, Tampa Bay 28.
And it wasn't just local organizations. Many local restaurants here in the Tampa Bay area also stepped up to make sure people didn't go hungry. Giggle Waters in Safety Harbor launched the Giggle Bag. Kids were able to stop in and grab a free to-go lunch. The owner told Tampa Bay 28 that they handed out about 30 bags per day during the shutdown. And the Living Room restaurant in Dunedin gave out dozens of lunches as well. Their owner saying that it was important for them to do what they could to make sure people had access to daily meals.
If my wife and I were in the same position, you know, I would want someone to do the same for me. So, you know, I think, you know, what goes around comes around, and we got to help those around us and help the community around us.
And over in Ybor City in Tampa, 7th and Grove offered a pay what you can menu. No ID or explanation was necessary. Families could just show up and enjoy a meal. I was intrigued by their effort there. So during the shutdown, I stopped by the restaurant to listen to one of the owners about why she felt it was so important to show up for the community during their time of need. Why do this?
It's why not do this. Our community has taken such great care of us through so many troubling times. We have made it through COVID. We have made it through 2 hurricanes. And the community has been here for us. And why not be there in the time of need for our community? That's what we were founded on, giving back to our community. 7th and Grove was established here for our community, put here for our community, for everyone to have a place to come eat, vibe, and flourish at. And why not now when we're in need, when our community is in need?
Kalia told me that the pay what you can menus helped serve about 250 people per night each night they were offered. They plan to offer a similar program next year simply to show their commitment and appreciation to the community. It may have seemed like a quiet hurricane season here in Tampa Bay. However, the Atlantic saw 3 major Category 5 storms this year, including Hurricane Melissa, which made landfall in Jamaica as the strongest storm of the year. Melissa was responsible for over 100 deaths across the Caribbean. The damage absolutely devastating, leaving widespread destruction similar to what an EF5 tornado would cause. Roads were left impassable, water was shut off, and power knocked out across the island. Concerns really started to rise quickly over how residents were going to be able to get access to key resources. And once again, the Tampa Bay community stepped up. The Caribbean American National Development Organization created a collection center at the Jerk Hut restaurant over on Fowler Avenue. They collected various items needed, from solar devices, batteries, radios, non-perishable to hygiene products. The organizer there spoke to Tampa Bay 28 about why they wanted to do this after the storm.
The damage is significant. I'm not sure how much people are seeing on the news and the media. It is major. There's a lot of hospitals that's down. There are a lot of houses that's gone. There's a lot of infrastructure that's out. So we are working hard as we can to provide our little support from the Tampa Bay area.
Meanwhile, in Riverview, the Love First Christian Center also collected items to fly to Jamaica. They sent loads of bottled water, canned goods, and clothing. You tell us you want to know about people who are making the Tampa Bay area a better place to live, and that's exactly what one woman in West Chase is doing. She's becoming a voice in the community for families everywhere on how to live your most beautiful life. Tampa Bay 28 reporter Robert Boyd had to meet this woman who is positively Tampa Bay.
Raquel Caramello was just 12 years old when she was diagnosed with leukemia.
It was really devastating. You know, nobody wants to ever hear those words, cancer.
But Raquel's mother, Janet, says what her daughter lost in strength and hair, she made up for in compassion and understanding.
Instead of thinking about herself, she was thinking about others and trying to make their cancer journey better.
Raquel started making her own jewelry and delivering it to cancer patients in the hospital. Many of the designs included the triple chevron.
The triple chevron is actually a symbol that a lot of people that have a loved one with Down syndrome use. It has so many symbolic meanings, including moving forward, rising up, unity.
And with every piece of jewelry, Raquel includes a special handwritten note. You are beautiful.
How does it make you feel when someone in the hospital fighting cancer opens up one of your packages and wears your jewelry?
Joyful, happiness, and greatness.
You're making a difference.
I am.
Over the past decade, Raquel, now 21 years old, has delivered thousands of pieces of jewelry. This month, she was recognized by the Global Down Syndrome Foundation when she was asked to walk the runway in Denver, Colorado during their annual Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show.
So right away she said, I want to design my own dress. She almost immediately had sketches put together.
I was really nervous about it, but I did really good on the runway. And I met a famous person who was in Scrubs, and he walked me down, so that was a biggest thing.
Yeah, John McKinley from Scrubs was her model escort.
Raquel has even started her own jewelry business, Raquel Beautiful. She hopes to be a voice in the community for all those families out there living with Down syndrome.
Follow your dreams and make it big.
As a mother, I think what I am most impressed about is her heart and the way that she is so committed to helping others, inspiring others, and making a difference.
In Tampa, Robert Boyd, Tampa Bay 28.
From the hospital to the dance floor, still ahead, the miraculous recovery one local father had after a stroke left him struggling to walk. See how his daughter inspired him to keep fighting. Next. Welcome back to Positively Tampa Bay. I'm Andrew Kinsey. Here at Tampa Bay 28, we love telling you inspiring stories about local people. And this one, it's a tearjerker. The story of a dad who suffered a serious medical issue, inspired to make a miraculous recovery in honor of his daughter. He wanted to dance with his daughter at her wedding. But before that happened, he suffered a stroke. Standing and walking became a daily struggle, but he worked to get back on his feet and on the dance floor. Our Mary O'Connell listens to his emotional journey.
One day last February, Manny Vera wasn't feeling right.
When I looked in the mirror, I saw my face and I knew exactly what's going on.
Vera had a stroke and got treatment at HCA Florida Brandon Hospital. In the back of his mind, his daughter's wedding that summer.
I wonder if I would even live through this.
He was having trouble speaking, having trouble standing up.
His care in the hands of his physical therapist, Heather Burke.
We asked for patient-centered goals on the first day. So I asked him, you know, what would you like to be able to do when you leave here?
His answer?
I wanted to get there and I wanted to be able to dance with my daughter. Not only the traditional dance, but also the merengue that we always done even when she was little.
And so I said, okay, I said, let's go.
The rehabilitation process was hard work.
The very first day, we go in, I got the belt on, she makes me get up, turns on the music. I said, is she crazy? She's little, skinny, I'm big, heavy. Is she gonna be able to help me? And she started making me dance.
Who are you? You dance at the wedding?
Yes.
Yeah!
They made me see it as real, that I could get there, and motivated me to keep going.
That motivation paid off. Vera walked his daughter down the aisle and danced just like he'd hoped.
My heart was pumping. The tears were coming down. I was actually doing it. It still seems like a dream.
Now, a year later, Vera reunited with the team that helped get him back on his feet.
If it wasn't for the quick action and the motivation and care of me, I don't think I would have made it, but I'm here because of them.
In Brandon, Mary O'Connell.
Coming up, a story you don't want to miss. I sit down with players from Palmetto's only championship-winning high school football team. Hear how they beat all odds 50 years ago and the legacy that continues today. Welcome back. Earlier this year, we took our Good Morning Tampa Bay community show on the road to Palmetto. It's a close-knit community with a strong sense of pride that was on full display 50 years ago when the Palmetto High School football team put the small town in the headlines for overcoming some major obstacles both on and off the field. As I quickly learned, their tenacity created a legacy that still continues today.
My kids never believe me. I got to take a picture of this.
A trip 50 years back in time.
87-yard run. Look on there.
With memories printed in black and white. Colors that unified a football team that continues to be the greatest in Palmetto history.
Wilmore Fowler, number 24, wide receiver.
Ronnie Deans, quarterback, number 12.
I'm Jackie Garvin, number 35. Running back.
Tom Tryon, offensive guard, number 65.
Frank Turner, head coach.
The 1975 2A state championship football team from Palmetto High.
We had good athletes. I inherited a really very talented team. They were very talented. They were athletes.
The first football team in Manatee County to win a state title.
One of the best things we did as a staff is we placed the personnel where they needed to be on a football team. Our receiver, our quarterback, our running back, our three backs are really good.
A team that broke records and barriers while facing challenges on and off the football field.
We were small, but we had heart.
Yeah.
You know, we had heart. I mean, if you're going to come and play us, you got to play us. Regardless how small, how big you are, you got to play. You got to tie your shoes like we tie ours. You got to put your jerseys on like we, and it's time to play. When it's time to play, and that field started, it's all about business.
The team was made up of 30 players and 3 coaches, many with lives that never crossed due to mandated segregation in the school system, separating blacks from whites.
You know, until we were in 6th grade, you know, we didn't have black kids in our class.
Yeah. When they integrated, I think they sent all the elementary and middle school to the white schools. And all the high schools, they had, I mean, yes, and no, how it go? That's right. The white kids, the elementary had to come to the black schools. And all the high schools, the black had to go to the white high schools.
Their story similar to the one depicted in the 2000 blockbuster, Remember the Titans.
With him calling the shots, ain't none of us gonna see nothing but the bench this year.
The T.C. Williams football team in Alexandria, Virginia, led through integration in 1971 on their way to becoming state champions. Just 4 years before the Tigers here at Palmetto High School did the same, defeating Jasper Hamilton County in the final seconds of the big game, 13-11.
I still remember the buzz in the helmet waiting for that kick. I was playing safety because Wilmore was hurt.
Yeah.
And you couldn't hear, I mean, just a buzz in your helmet because the whole small little stadium, but it was packed, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, 10 deep all the way around it. And I still to this day remember that feeling before they were going to kick it because I thought they were going to make it.
Yeah.
And when Jay went in there and tackled that holder and the game was over,
that was it. And then they were just like, oh man, that was a feeling. It was a good, tremendous feeling.
Although the attitudes of many across the country had not shifted fully from the dark past, the players managed to gel, creating a winning chemistry.
We was more of a family. That's why we was a winning, because we was like this. When you see one, you saw all of us just about. We played as a family, and that was the key with us, that glue. stuck us together as a family.
And a lifelong bond.
Yes.
These are my best friends I've ever had in my
Yeah.
whole life.
Showing the true unifying power of athletics.
What is a lesson that we can all learn from this team that you all were on?
Never give up, regardless of the adversities.
Helping out a local animal shelter while helping you find the home of your dreams. Just ahead, we'll hear from the realtor helping pets living in crowded shelters find new homes. Before we go, we want to share one more story of positivity. Some signs showing local homes for sale are stopping people right in their tracks. The signs say a free dog with every home sold. St. Pete realtor DJ Susie is offering to either pay the adoption fee or donate money to the Pet Pal Animal Shelter in St. Pete at every home closing. Since starting this initiative some 5 years ago, she's helped get 3 dogs adopted and donated more than $50,000 to the no-kill shelter.
I've yet to have anybody who wasn't interested in it, who didn't think it was fantastic and a great cause. It's been really well received.
Susie tells us is that he hopes to spread his initiative nationwide. Thanks so much for joining us for our Positively Tampa Bay special report. If you know someone who is making a difference right here in Tampa Bay, we want to hear about it. Pull out your phone and scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen to share your story with us. Every story you saw this half hour is posted on our website at tampabay28.com. I'm Andrew Kinsey. Thanks for watching.